Welcome back, everybody, to another edition of PipeBomb Sports. This week, it's me, Francesco.
Jimmy Dugan. The Monk.
And we're all back today. We're going to talk a little bit about everything that we expect to unfold this week and what's really getting to the bottom of us in the sports world where we just can't take it anymore. I think today's going to be one of those episodes where we got to roll up the sleeves.
Yeah.
And we put it all on the table for the fans to understand where our frustrations lie. Nell?
Yes.
What happened?
In what game?
Fly, Eagle.
You want to go there? You want to go there?
Friend, I talked a lot of shit to you. I have to apologize. Your Florida State Seminoles won. You were the better team. We watched the game together. It was cool to watch the game together, I must say. I told him no, and then I invited him over to the casa.
He did.
We didn't go out.
When North comes out to watch a game, his team never loses.
It does. And you know what?
They never lose.
I don't lose at that house. No, I might be there. I might be sleeping there during the week.
Winston did it again. Winston happened again. We have no defense. We had turnovers. You guys had turnovers. Each team has a case why they should have won the game and should have lost the game. The problem I have is Duke Johnson, you had to be on the field the last 2 minutes of the game. He came out. We didn't get a first down. You're supposed to be a number one draft pick. This is why you're going to go in the third round, because you can't stay on the field. I have nothing but respect for Denzel Perryman, number 52 in Miami, linebacker. He's the next Ray Lewis, first-round pick. NFL team's going to get a steal with this guy. But congratulations to you guys.
Thank you, Nelly.
You know, Winston, you know, I'm a fan of his. Florida State, I don't like it. You know, I hope he's a Buck one day. I mean, what'd you see, Fran?
The only thing that I was taking from that game was like...
I'm still hurt, though.
There was a point where I'm watching the game, guys, and I'm sitting there and I'm thinking to myself, and I stayed quiet for the most part.
Yes, you did.
I was a respectful guy.
You were in a hostile environment.
A very hostile. There was quite a few U fans in the business there. But now my whole thing was, what am I seeing right now? Like, the first half was all Miami. There was at no point where I could say I took a positive from the first half. The only positive I took was that Miami kept leaving us in the game when they could have been putting us away in the game. And second half comes, and here come my Seminoles again. Yep. This team, they come up geared out in the second half.
Yeah, Mark, what do you feel?
Nelly, I sense a lot of frustration.
Oh yeah, it's disgusting.
Duke Johnson, 130 rush yards on 27 attempts, averaging 4.8 a carry. It's tough to be mad at that guy, but
but you got to be in the game with the game on the line.
Nelly, let's call it how it is. Jameis Winston, this guy knows how to win games.
Doesn't want to lose.
I've wanted to deny it for a while now, and you know what I love most about him? He is a traditional quarterback.
Yes, he is.
Yeah,
very well said, Mark.
He will take the hit. He will find the right guy, and he will make the right play.
Perfect.
And he runs if he needs to. He doesn't have. He's not fleet of foot, but he runs if he needs to.
He's the late.
So
in the career
what does that
McNabb.
show you? That one word: poise.
Yes.
He's got poise.
It's clutch.
That speaks.
Does that make him an NFL-ready quarterback?
Once again, that speaks volume for me.
That's Boz, what do you feel? Did you watch the game at all?
I watched
here and there
through my phone. But well,
what's your take on Winston then, in general?
Here's my thing. I don't think any NFL team is going to be jumping through doors. The off the field issues are going to overwhelm him.
Yeah.
I still think what's his face from Oregon is going to go ahead of him.
Mariota.
I just really do think Mariota is going to go ahead of him in the draft. They showed a stat today about him. He's thrown, I think, 6 interceptions and 999 attempts.
He stepped his game up, Mariota.
Yeah, it's crazy.
His last 4 games.
I mean, that win got you guys to go lower in the seeds, though, but that's another story for another day. I wasn't going to say it. But, yeah, I mean, like they said, Winston just knows how to play, man. He definitely just, the guy takes a hit, but I definitely wouldn't want him on my NFL team.
I'll take him on my NFL team.
You need somebody.
So would I.
Yeah, we do need somebody on my NFL team.
I am the biggest Mark Sanchez fan. And listen, I tweeted out something the other day that Giants fans were not too happy about. Eli Manning is Mark Sanchez with 2 good runs in him.
Okay. I can see where you're going with that. Dukes, are you okay with that statement?
You know, I was thinking to myself earlier about Eli.
Please.
Besides the 2 runs, what you said,
Super Bowl.
what has he really done?
He's been a below-average quarterback.
Below average. And I hate to admit it, because I'll never say anything bad about Eli. He's my quarterback. He got me 2 rings. I can't say anything about him. But is he the problem? I'm thinking to myself,
Giant fans, you going into the draft? Are you drafting a quarterback?
I would.
No.
I don't think not
I
this
would jump
year.
all over it.
You just took Ryan Nassib
Not
in
this year.
the third round, right?
Do you really trust him though? Or can
Absolutely not. Ryan Nassib should be in
So
the
here's
AFL.
my thing. Right now, the
AFL.
Giants don't look like they're going to win another game the rest of the year the way they're playing.
What's the
That's
point of winning?
There's no point in winning.
That's the sad thing. I don't want us to win because I
Right,
want the
well,
draft
right.
pick, but we're gonna win. Like just like last year, we're gonna win 6 games at the end of the year for
it's the
no
same- you're gonna
reason.
It's going
Not really. You got a tough
You're going to
schedule.
just save Coughlin's job by winning the last
Yeah.
3 games of the year. But my thing is, you guys get the 11-12 pick, and let's just say Winston or Mariota fall to you. You're not jumping all over that pick.
Hey, I would put him under tutelage for 2 years and then,
Yes.
escape
I
plan
would
for
jump
Eli's.
all over those.
If
Yes.
one of those
Good
quarterbacks
point,
fall to me,
Foz.
Even if he does have to sit for a year or two,
Listen, if you look at the past draft, with the exception of Luck,
Yeah.
that's really about it.
Yeah.
With the exception of Luck, every other quarterback that has been thrown into the fire has failed miserably. Look at the guys that have had to sit back,
Learn.
a la Aaron Rodgers. You know, these guys that have had
Even
to sit
Vic
back.
had to sit back
Vic,
before Atlanta.
all these guys that have had to sit back and follow the tutelage of someone else, you learn so much more off the field before you're on the field.
Because a step up from college,
Yep.
it's a big step up.
Huge
It's not.
step.
It's not a baby step. You're jumping up into the NFL, and you need to prepare yourselves better for the games more so than you would in college football. You're not playing Northwestern.
Yeah.
is
That's
Jameis
great.
Winston Jamarcus Russell?
No.
You know, like,
We're going to find out.
You'll never
what I
know,
mean?
but
We
Yeah.
will know. Well,
So-
we're going to find out. And you don't know with Mariota. The thing what Monk said, which hit on the money when Winston, what I see, is he stays in the pocket. Even if he throws the ball down the middle for an interception, at least he stays
That's
poised.
okay.
Like Ben Roethlisberger stays in the pocket and deflects tackles.
Very
You could be
similar
like
tackle.
Geno Smith,
like it.
and when pressure comes, you go to the outside, you throw the goddamn ball out of bounds. I don't want a quarterback like that.
was very
I want a
impressive.
guy that stays in there, takes a sack, steps in with the throw, with pressure in his face, and we'll see what happens.
Speaking of Geno
That's why you got to like
I was
Winston.
very impressed with
yeah. Speaking
Me
of Geno
too.
Smith, word came out today that he is done in New York.
Oh, yeah.
He is
I
done.
knew that.
Should be done in the league draft.
They said that
him today.
you know, they made it official almost. They said whether or not Itzik is back as GM next year, he's done. So,
That November 19th of 2013.
well, when he took back to West Virginia, done.
You
No,
had the
so
draft. I mean,
it was just such a bad pick. I mean,
It was.
Didn't work.
Did you not learn anything when the guy played Syracuse in the pinstripe game and he couldn't beat Syracuse Orangemen? Like, did nothing. Syracuse got no
I was gonna say,
defense in college
we were
football.
at that game. And
We were
he
at
was-
that
we were
game.
at
He
the
left
game.
at
I
halftime. Went to the
couldn't
bar.
believe they took him.
the best part too, though, is like Jets fans have to be miserable that 3 quarterbacks that they have cut are now starting for other teams
Yeah, smart.
in the
Yeah.
NFL.
Crazy.
You know, it's like
crazy.
they've let quarterbacks go and they're starting for teams in the NFL.
I am
Fred?
so fed up listening to anything New York Giants, New York Jets. I hate to say it, but why do people always harp on the irrelevant? These are 2 teams that don't even deserve airtime on national television, but we have to. The Jets are not a good franchise. Until they get rid of their general manager, until they get rid of Rex Ryan, they're not a good franchise. I think in the New York market, like the Jets, they're not winners. Let's face it. So why not reboot and start back up again? I think at this point, Jet fans will take another 2-3 years on the sidelines, knowing, okay, we're rebuilding the right way. I haven't seen the Jets play good offensive football in 3 years, maybe 4.
Yeah.
To that note, what New York franchise right now is winning?
Well,
About that.
Good point.
that's a good point. Well, the Rangers and the Islanders.
I mean,
And the Islanders.
and I hate to say it, I know there's plenty of Yankee hockey fans in here.
Right.
You're talking about probably the most irrelevant sport right now.
Yeah, sadly.
Yeah.
Sadly.
Well, it's early into the
I hate
season.
to say it,
June, it's a different
but you're
story.
talking-
I take offense
January.
to that.
Listen, you could take offense. I understand you're wearing a Blackhawk jersey, but I can't stand hockey personally. I watch it
To the
because
casual sports.
to the casual sports fan,
Yeah.
hockey is just it's
The
not,
American
but
sports
It's not a
fan.
TV
It's a
sport.
conventional
It's not a TV
casual
sport. It's not.
sports
It's
You know,
not a TV sport, and that's the problem.
and that's it. It's just.
And you know what
got-
else it is? I think it's attention span. Because I hate to tell you people this, but if I had to watch a basketball game, I'm only watching the 4th quarter
Thank you.
because it's the
Yeah, I
only
agree
thing that
with that.
matters.
But
in a
I also like
basketball
to
game.
watch a sport where I can announce the guys' names.
The Knicks are down 4 in the
can
first
pronounce
quarter.
the name?
Guess what? The
Try
Knicks
to
are down
pronounce
4 in the
half the
fourth
guys'
quarter.
names in the NHL.
No
How could you watch
Hey,
a game?
try pronouncing
How could you watch a game?
Antetokounmpo on the Milwaukee Bucks.
All right, so
you know?
you got one out of 300 NBA players.
Soccer
I
helps
can't
pronounce
pronounce
the name,
half the
soccer.
Rangers' last names.
Yeah. But you know what? You were talking about, like, the Jets and the quarterback stuff, but I like to say it, me and Dugan, we have little quarterback issues and this and that, but at least we got wide receivers that are rookies and kicking some ass, and Mike Evans and Odell Beckham. I mean, I think Odell Beckham's the truth. After 3 games, I don't think no more Giant fans with an eye test.
Yeah,
he might be the best wide receiver in the last 10 years for the Giants. And Mike Evans, I'm proud of my first draft pick. I'm sorry. That's good pieces going forward. And the whole wide receiver draft class in general has exceeded expectations. And on the draft show, we knew it was. We said it was a wide receiver draft. And everyone's kicking butt. Even Kelvin Benjamin might win Rookie of the Year.
Yep.
His knock was, well, he's a one-route runner. And he's kicking ass doing one route.
Well,
and with a quarterback that can't even throw the one route.
Right.
But that's, God. All kidding aside, I was listening to an interview this week. They said Odell Beckham might be the best wide receiver ever to wear a Giants jersey.
Yeah, he can be.
If you really think about it, who does he really have to overtake? Amani Toomer?
Amani Toomer.
Right.
That's really
Well-dressed.
well-dressed Amani Toomer.
Well-dressed.
That's his biggest, competition is Amani Toomer, but that's, that's pretty high for a rookie.
That's a good outlook. But another thing I was thinking, and I was at your house when we were talking about this, me and your brother, actually, and I said, watch Jordan Matthews' final stretch of the season now with Mark Sanchez as quarterback. He's going to start playing himself into the Rookie of the Year conversation the rest of the season.
Without a doubt. Without a doubt.
Here he comes.
Without a doubt.
That was my sleeper pick for the year.
Think about it.
Was
They're the
Jordan
guys who ran.
Matthews.
He was his number. He was Sanchez's one during practice drills. Now he's his one on the field.
Now, going back to the Winston talk, I want to touch on this with Dugan because I was thinking about this, and I posted on Instagram a good question. Say Winston wins out, wins 2 national championships, all the comfort behind wins he has, a Heisman in his pocket. Did he have a better college career than Tim Tebow, who has losses and multiple championships just as well as Winston and a Heisman?
Yes.
Is he better? Dugan, is he better than him? Winston Tebow, who you taking college-wise? And I think my pick, honestly, I got to pick Winston. But, Dugan, I want to hear your pick before I
For me,
sell in.
I never really was a big fan of Tebow.
Okay.
I just didn't. He can't throw the ball to me personally. So for me, I'm taking Winston. He can definitely throw a better ball than Tebow.
That's fine. We all know that.
It's tough. Man, Tebow.
You got to pick one.
Great in college.
He just had
Didn't prove it in the NFL. I'm taking Winston.
Game on the line.
I'm taking Winston.
I'll take Tebow. I really do. That kid's got. Forget what he did in the NFL. That was
leadership.
It was terrible. But his teams rallied around this guy. He had that stupid jump pass that everyone, my mother knew it was coming. At the goal line, whatever it was. But he was those guys. He was a fullback in a quarterback's body. He didn't care. He would launch himself. He reminds me body-wise of, like I said, of Luck. A monster who should not be a quarterback.
Should be a tight end.
He should be exactly. He should. Exactly. He had no quarterback skill whatsoever. Whoever told him he was a quarterback should be fired immediately.
Beat the Steelers.
Against the Steelers. On one play. That was
someone I know how to money line.
That's another story. Another day.
I have to be honest. Jameis Winston is. I'm telling you, he's really.
Winston and Tebow, Monk. Who would you?
All the way. He's got to do it this year, though.
Well, we know who he's going to pick.
Listen,
this year, Nelly.
I love Tebow.
There's a plaque in my house.
I love Tebow. I'm the biggest Tebow lover.
He's erecting a statue of him in his house.
I still believe he should be a star in the NFL. I don't care if he can't throw. He's a winner. He's good for your team.
Should be a cheerleader.
He can't throw, no, but you know what? If Tony Sparano was his coach, run a little wildcat, you got to adapt to his ability. Get a good running game with him. Let's see what he does. And a good defense, which Denver had, and it worked for a little bit. But cover behind wins. Winston's doing this every week, and you can't say it's not top talent teams because when Florida was good, who was the top SEC team like that? It was LSU. Like Saban wasn't really founded in Alabama yet. It was Miles. It was Miles Tebow. Tennessee here and there, all right. But Winston, this guy just wills. He's not down 7 points at half. He's down 21 points at half. 24 points at half.
Hostile environment.
And they're not giving him credit because all the off-field issues, and Tebow's so clean off the field. And you gotta say, Winston, through all the pressure, through all the scrutiny, he's getting it done. And God forbid this guy wins it all, he should get that patent and respect as Tim Tebow did.
There's a rumor
he should get that patent and respect.
You go ahead, Mark.
I was going to say, does this propel him to number 1 in the AP poll?
Who? Florida?
Yeah,
They're at
or
three.
Alabama. Or
They're at
Alabama.
three.
They're at
Yeah,
three?
Yeah.
That's what I was saying. Your win goes down to knocks you down to 3.
I'm actually shocked that they didn't. I said with that win, I
Alabama's
thought they
one,
would.
right?
Oregon's
Oregon's
2,
We're gonna jump
Mississippi
Oregon.
State 4.
Yep.
What is with this Oregon at 2?
They didn't even play this week.
They're good.
They're looking good, but they play nobody.
Listen,
That's
but
the
here's,
Florida State
here's,
I agree.
here's my
I
thing,
agree.
and this is the problem with
Even a
this new.
slight bump.
It makes no difference
Really?
if you're 1, 2, 3, or 4. Get to the dance, and that's it.
That's it.
You know, it's not like years past where you had to be 1, 2 to be in the national championship game.
Right.
Get to the dance. I don't make me 4. I could care less if I'm Florida
right.
State.
You're right.
You know,
Sometimes the team with
If
the
anything-
4, you'd be
He
surprised.
plays with a chip on their
Four?
shoulder.
I was about to say, like, we're in now. Like, let's show them that we should have been higher than
Yeah.
we should have
Yeah.
been in there to begin
Right.
with.
Well,
Like,
I'm pretty
Dukes.
sure that the 1, 2, and 3 are locked.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Alabama.
As long as they win
the
out.
committee has Alabama, Oregon, and Florida State in there.
for the whole.
So I
piss.
think it's just you're battling for that 4 seed.
I guess
Who's
as
the
long as
four
they're in
back?
that
Mississippi
championship
State.
game,
It's a
though.
3-way battle for 4 right
Mississippi
now with
State,
TCU
TCU,
and Ohio State.
Ohio State, and if
Baylor.
the committee really wants to get in on it, Baylor.
Well, they already said that based on strength of schedule, it's going to be Baylor because Baylor beat TCU
Yeah.
earlier in the year.
Yeah.
They have
Baylor needs
TCU
to
up
win
this
out.
high because of TCU had a harder schedule per se.
That was
As of
also
right now.
Kansas.
Right, but that lost the that lost the
Now,
Well, the win by 4 points
yeah,
against
I count
Kansas.
as a
It
loss.
counts as a loss.
Yeah, that's a loss.
I think
Monk.
Ohio State's going to get it.
I said
Thank
last
you, Monk.
week. I told you.
It's going to be
Thank
Ohio
you.
State.
This
They
is
have
a
a big
joke.
program. They have proven wins. Urban Meyer's got the team playing great football at the right time.
I
They're
gotta
gonna
say
sneak
something. How in God's name do you have Mississippi State at 4 when their only big win is Auburn at home, which Auburn has 2 losses now and got blown out to Georgia with no team?
Because the committee is
It's a
sleeping on
joke.
the SEC tournament.
Yeah.
The SEC. That's what it is. It's SEC run. It always will. That's the
Yeah.
power conference.
I was gonna
That's
ask.
all that they. That's all. They might as well just call it.
About.
The SEC
SEC.
national
Why not?
championship because that's all they really want to see.
but why
is
not?
SEC
Just like
teams.
we do with the president election.
I'm
and
trying
all
not to
that.
curse right now.
I understand.
Trying not to curse.
But let me just ask you guys,
Let
just
it
like we do
loose.
with this country, we have representatives. Why not have a representative from each conference be in the major committee? Because this is unjust. Like, this is...
It's bad. It's really bad.
You know, yeah, it's like I don't
And
know.
Archie
can I
Manning
take
stepped
this?
It's
down.
like having a committee in soccer, friend. You're gonna pick someone from Senegal. Like you gotta. SEC South is like football
that's it.
nation. Texas.
But that's fair.
That's
But
where
that's fair. They
Let's
do
know
say
what
I'd
they're
rather
talking
have
about.
someone from
But they do
Hong
it.
Kong deciding national implications than 5 guys from the same conference saying, okay, 3 of the 4 teams that are going to the playoffs are going to be from my conference.
Yeah.
I
don't want-
you have teams like.
All it does is
again,
add more funding for their conference.
Isn't
Yeah.
there politics and everything?
But
though?
there is. But
Oh, of course.
You
Oh,
got a team
God.
like. I know they're not from the
There
power
is no
conferences.
transparency.
Look at Marshall, undefeated.
I was just gonna bring them up. Go ahead.
You got a team like them, undefeated. They're in a shit conference.
There it is. There's the S-bomb.
Yeah, sorry, but it's like they're never going to see the light of day. They won't even sniff
Yeah.
the top 10.
You know what, Vaz? It was funny because I'm watching TV and some like college football announcer goes, "Hi, my name's so and so. I'm going to tell you what high school football team Marshall's playing this week because I don't play." I started dying.
Good.
And you know what, Vaz? I'm looking at the top 25, and the college football rankings don't have them up there. They're not in the top 25.
And they're undefeated.
And I was just going to bring that up. Good point.
That's pretty amazing, actually.
Keep going, Foz. My bad.
That's
it.
That's it.
But
I'm all out.
what the hell does Ohio State have to do to get to the 4? They lost to a VTech team like week 3 this season, and the quarterback wasn't ready. When you go to Michigan State and you beat by 11, that shows you something. You can say, "Oh, Mississippi State only lost
I
by
agree,
4." The
Kelly.
game was in hand.
Very impressive.
Alabama sat and started eating popcorn with the last minute of the drive. They didn't care. The game was over.
You know what I was going to ask you that? I was going to say.
It's a joke.
Obviously, Mississippi State had to help their cause getting that last.
Yeah, of course it
That's all
did.
it did.
Isn't
That's all
that
it
sad?
did.
But you know what? It helps their cause. It keeps them. You know what I mean?
I'm over this.
It makes
It's
the
true, though.
I'm done with it.
It's
I don't
true.
trust the BCS. It's a flawed system.
But
It
it's
bores
great.
me. How can I
Great.
trust something so
Nah.
You know
flawed?
what it is,
now.
man? You gotta look like this. The BCS, it's like the alumni. Like if you gotta treat it like you're the head coach of like a high, like top tier school, and if you lose and win, the alumni gets mad or the alumni doesn't get mad. They're happy with your success. Look at it like the alumni, like people that don't know what they're talking about.
FIFA.
And if you lose, you get if you lose, you're out basically. But teams like Mississippi State, when you play nobody, congratulations, you played like Tennessee and like crappy, a bad defense Auburn team. And you're at 4?
But here's
Come
my
on.
thing. Before we do need to hit on the NFL. I know we're getting heated about this BCS. We do need to hit on the NFL. But before we do, I want to ask you guys one thing. You don't think, and this is more rhetoric, you don't think that Mississippi State is good enough to be in the top 4? I mean, with all due respect, they fought the whole way with Alabama.
No. I'm sorry, they didn't play Tennessee this year.
Frank.
They played Arkansas and A&M and LSU that has 3 losses already.
What I think is starting to happen is finally, after all the complaining from the nation, is after all these years, we went from 2 to 4 teams. It's that simple.
And now the
we're
4.
peeling the
Now-
layers.
but
And
now-
we're
now
complaining about the 4 teams that get in.
Yeah.
When is it going to be an 8-team playoff? When is it going to be this?
Somebody was talking about that today on the radio. They said, why not have March Madness with college football?
Exactly. We're peeling the layers. Who knows what's going to
I would love that.
Listen, I'm excited. The fact of the matter is, no matter how much complaining we
top 10
do,
would be awesome.
those those 3 games that we watch of those 4 teams are going to be fantastic.
But
I'll be glued to the television.
But you know what, Monk?
No matter who it is.
We'd be mad if Oregon wasn't in at the 3 seed, or if Florida State.
They're an exciting team to watch.
Yeah.
They have
Wasn't getting
potentially
in.
the best quarterback in the nation. They're an exciting offense. They're a good watch.
Yeah.
I think Florida State sealed themselves in the top 4.
Because right now, if you're going by AP polls, Florida State's not in the championship game. We're undefeated. You kidding me?
they're
We're reigning
rivals.
champs. And we were back into the old rules. So at least we get the 3rd team right.
Right.
The 4th team, honestly, besides Mississippi State, it should be TCU, Ohio State, in my
Ohio
eyes.
State. That's it.
You made a
Yep.
bad move if Mississippi State lands in this somehow. A bad move.
I think that the committee is just backing themselves up right now. They have it right now the way it is because the way the season is continuing right now. Mississippi State still has to play Ole Miss, and they're right now they're probably not going to get into the championship game. So right now,
I see them losing another game. Is what you said.
if they lose that game at Ole Miss, they drop out. Or if they win, all right, they're 4. But then you have all the championship games from the other conferences, and someone's going to jump ahead of them.
Okay.
So I think right now they're just backing everything
they're out
up.
either way.
They're out.
Right. Okay.
They're out.
All right.
Mississippi State is out. I'm telling you.
Yeah.
I said it last week. Ohio State, watch out for this team. They're
better
getting
be
in.
out.
Listen, I'll tell you who the biggest loser this week was. Mike Golick. Okay? Let me tell you why. Okay? They make a bet every year over some game. It was the Notre Dame Northwestern game. Golick bet that Notre Dame would win. No spread, no nothing. He now has to do a Kim Kardashian-esque photo shoot.
Yeah.
His wife is oiling him up.
And his wife is on
And
him
I
up.
think that is the greatest thing in
That's
the world.
fantastic.
I did like.
That's fantastic.
Awesome.
You wanted to put some pressure on the game like that.
Yeah.
That's the
Serious
Greeny went to
pressure, yeah.
Northwestern, right?
huh?
Yeah.
Greeny went to
Yeah, Greeny
Northwestern.
went to-
Greeny
it was
went
a
to
rival.
Northwestern,
Yeah.
and he said that if
that's
if
great.
they would have lost, he would have wore Golick's whole get up for a whole day and tweeted pics around. But imagine,
They negated the spread, too. It was just
straight.
That's
It was
Apart from
straight.
that,
Respect to Greenberg.
And the best was the wife.
that was a big.
Respect.
The best was the wife came on and was like, "I'm so confident that Notre Dame is winning this game that I will oil him up," because they were trying to get someone
Oil him
to
up.
get a volunteer to do that horrific task. And she was like, "I got it."
Town is back that way.
It's good. You know what? Sports and friends and friendship betting, it comes. We do it on the show all the time. It's great. It enhances the game. I understand
Yeah.
it's sports betting.
Yeah.
But
I mean,
let's go NFL
here's- I was
now.
gonna
Let's
say,
get
here's my
ready.
thing. I'm looking at the schedule, guys.
Yeah.
And do we really want to waste our time on discussing a Thursday night game?
No.
No, I didn't think so.
Absolutely not.
Because Oakland's not winning a game this NFL season.
You know, friend, I was going to tell you that they are going to cover the teaser that people take. 10 points. They're going to cover 17.
No, not for
And you
nothing.
know why?
That game is over.
Over.
That
But they've
game's
been
over.
good
And you know-
against the spread. All kidding aside,
I know, they are good against the spread,
They
I know.
cover
It's
teams,
funny.
but they just can't win.
Because they're not good.
Foz. You know why they cover Foz?
Because Vegas. Listen,
No.
The nation
No.
is on the other team.
Why, Dugan, why does Oakland cover all the time? Who's the guy?
In Oakland?
Janikowski.
Oh, Jano.
yeah.
That's why.
The man.
Janikowski, if you ever bet Oakland 13 points, you root for the Raiders to get to the 40-yard line, and you send that man out there. And you go, Jano, get me 3.
he reminds me of the kicker.
That is your bet.
He's the kicker from the replacements. When he's
Yeah.
Man.
at a 40 in his hand, I got
There's
this.
no other reason to stay in Oakland that long.
Jack-
That good a kicker.
He's a Hall of Famer. Jano should never go to practice.
Greatest
He should
first
never do
round pick.
anything.
Probably
He should have a private jet to games.
Greatest first round pick ever.
Right?
for the
Yeah.
Raiders.
It really is. And their punter is awesome, too.
King?
King is great.
Yeah.
You ever see that punter?
Yeah.
It's like a 6-yard punter.
They went from Leckler to that kid.
Yeah.
It's like 2 months, they know that they're terrible and they need good special teams.
The Raiders are
That's
the
part of
only
their
team that could actually bring up a valid argument for drafting a punter in the first round. They really are.
I want to take a bet on the show. Will Jano hit 4 field goals on Thursday?
Yeah, I think he will.
Yeah, he will.
I think anyone's
Okay.
gonna go against you on that one.
Okay.
Kansas City over 4.5
Right, but
turnovers.
you know what? It could be 24-17.
Listen,
Yeah.
the spread 7.
Yeah, right.
The spread
I could
7.
see that. So
Guys,
I could definitely see
it's
that.
not-
It will not win the game.
I think.
Are the
Oakland
Raiders
covers.
winning a football game this NFL
Yes.
season?
Yes.
I
This
don't
might be
think-
the
yes.
only
I
game.
don't
I
think
do.
they are.
I'm saying
They're the
they're
worst
gonna
team
win.
I've seen in the past 15 years.
If I'm not mistaken, they play. Check who they play the last week of the season.
Denver Broncos.
I believe it is, and that's when they will win their game. The most, like,
It never.
you know, like
St. Louis beat Denver.
You know why? Because Jano is in Mile High. And he only
Yeah,
70 yards.
They have Kansas City at St. Louis against the Niners,
Yeah, it's bad.
then at Kansas City, and then against Buffalo. That's what I see.
that's what it was. There we go. Buffalo
yeah,
is the
maybe
winner.
Buffalo. Maybe.
Buffalo, winner,
Buffalo's in
winner,
the
chicken
playoff
dinner.
hunt.
Yeah.
If
Nah.
Buffalo's in the playoff, they're
I mean,
not
that-
beating Buffalo.
Exactly.
You might
That'll be
be
the
right.
perfect reason for the Raiders to win.
Guys,
that
they're not
game.
winning a football game.
I don't think they're winning the game either.
If the Raiders win the football game, I will dress up as an Oakland Raider fan.
So this week.
Wait, hold
this
on.
week.
I will
Face
put
paint?
on the
This
face,
Wait, face paint and all. If the
skeleton
Raiders win the
head.
game,
I will be in here as a Raider.
I will be rooting
Yes.
for the
Raiders.
Jano,
Tonight's like the Legion of Doom.
Oh, Raiders.
They're not winning.
It's
They're
all right.
winning out.
I got.
right.
I think the Chiefs win by.
I'm
18.
so confident that I'm going to watch every Raider.
So is my goal. It's wife.
The Raiders.
Now,
All right.
Wait, you're doing this for the entire season?
they have the whole season to win a game.
Man.
They have
gonna be
a whole season.
Yeah.
Raiders are definitely winning out.
They're not winning. They're the worst team in pro sports. I'd rather
they go on.
if Marshall played Oakland, I'd take Marshall.
You know,
they go on like a 3-game win streak. North has to come.
Personal subject.
I'll lose it.
Personal subject with the Raiders. I know they're, but me and Dugan, we did meet the Davis family. When we went to the draft, me and Dugan NFL draft, we actually got backdoor passes, and they were a nice family. It's
May he
just-
rest in peace.
Yeah, may he rest in peace. Al was nice. His brother was there too, Sam Davis, and that was the year they drafted Jamarcus Russell. So me and Dugan are not mushes.
Oh,
That's
God.
so we were at the Jamarcus Russell party, and it just stinks that to see a great face of the NFL and Al Davis that his team cannot. Rise above this. I mean,
Yeah.
for so long now.
Yeah.
Since 02 Rich Gannon days, they have been irrelevant. It's
If you're a
sad.
Raider fan,
It's
you want-
disgusting.
They
you
got
want-
some fan base, too.
Great fan
They
base.
have some fan base,
Do
man.
you want to sell? Would you want your team? I would want my team sold.
I mean,
Nah, it'll never happen.
No, they're a
There's
legacy.
There's certain owners
They're a
in
legacy.
the league, Pittsburgh, the Giants, Oakland, certain owners that are just they're not going anywhere. They're just
these teams move. Nobody seems to.
So, you know what?
I gotta be.
Let me
honest.
ask you guys now, too. There's another game
We're skipping the Sunday night game. We're going right to Monday.
because you guarantee you're losing to
We're
the
not doing
Cowboys.
a talent assessment just for the Sunday night game.
no for what? How
picks?
many
Da-
picks?
Dallas.
I'm gonna say under over one hand.
I like that. How many interceptions is Eli Manning?
Under over one hand for Eli Manning.
Under-
Sunday.
I'm going under.
You guys, you Giant fans, you Giant fans are going to come out and play great.
But this,
No, I think-
no, hold on. But this is
You know you are. You know you are.
I'm going to tell you what's going to
You
happen.
know you
This is
are.
gonna
You
be-
have to like Giant fans.
This is going to be the
I think
exact
we're gonna
game
cover this week.
This is going to be the exact game that the
serious.
Giants
Check
are
the
going to come
broadcast.
out and they're gonna
They're going to
go
look
crazy.
amazing.
They're going to light up the scoreboard. Jennings is going to be back. Odell Beckham's going to have 120 and 2 touchdowns.
Murray
They'll light
gets
up
hurt.
the Cowboys, and then they're going to go on a 4-game losing streak. It's just this is typical Giants. This is what they do. They give you guys a little gleam of hope, like, oh, Eli's the savior. Oh shit, enough. There you go. It's crap again. It's just like this is what,
Yeah.
Have you
This
met a
is
more bipolar fan base than New York Giant fans?
So you
No,
like
they're the
Giants.
most delusional
They're very-
fan base.
they're
They're not
delusional.
bipolar,
That's the
they're
best word.
delusional.
Yeah. They are. They're nuts. They think
I-
Rashad
I
Jennings is
love
good.
this.
I need to
If
slap
one more
people.
person tells me that,
I need
I
to slap
swear so
people.
help me, I'm going to lose
I need to
it.
slap people. I need to
Rashad
ask
Jennings is a
something.
good running back, and he would
Yeah,
be a
he's great.
difference
That's
maker.
why he's on 6.
Oh, God.
I need to ask something,
I don't
guys.
think he's that bad.
It's first and goal at the 2 yesterday, and you drew 3 fades in the end zone. No, 3 or 4, and a roll 4. You threw 4 fades.
Larry did.
Why the hell did you draft Andrew Williams? Because he's not fast. He's a big, short, little, big, stocky guy. You didn't
Yeah.
run once. You don't think that you can't run the ball to run on the goal line?
No.
It's one goddamn yard.
Because they have to
It's
put
one
the ball-
goddamn yard.
They have to put the ball in Jesus' hands and hope that he creates a miracle.
That's embarrassing. Embarrassing. What about a
I don't
pick
like the
play?
play call.
I would have took a Notre Dame Florida State pick play
Yeah.
instead of a jump ball.
So universal agreement in this room, the Cowboys are winning this game, right?
100%. But well, actually, I'd like
Nels
them to.
having a hard time.
I'm telling you, Giants win this game.
I'm
Giants.
don't be
win this
shocked
game.
when the Giants win this
Giants.
game.
I'm a Giants fan.
You don't think the Giants win this game?
I said don't be shocked when the Giants
I
win this
think
game.
yeah.
And
Cowboys this week.
Francesco Pellegrino, I know you're a diehard Eagle
Cowboys
fan,
this week.
and I had to do a shout out to Michael Casano, who's a fan of the show, because he brought up a great point. Should Cowboy fans and Cowboys players be upset that they have to play a game on Sunday night and then go play on Thanksgiving on Thursday afternoon?
No.
Should they be upset
No,
with that?
you're
Absolutely not.
professional.
That's messed up.
No, it's not.
That's really
No, it's
messed
not.
up.
No, you're
You
professional.
gotta play Sunday night, then you gotta play on Thursday.
I'll tell you what.
That's
Nelly,
messed up.
I'll tell you what.
That's messed up.
At that point,
Division games, both of them.
at that
You got,
point,
you
That's
got a,
messed
you
up.
got a home game.
don't be the Dallas Cowboys then.
I'm saying
Don't
that.
be America's team.
Don't dump
Well
yourself
said,
with
Monk.
Thanksgiving have to play type
don't
thing.
don't be that team.
If I was a Cowboy fan, I'd be mad.
No way.
I'd be mad.
Listen, Cowboy
I'd be
fans
mad.
are always mad.
But hold on, you're getting back-to-back division games, back-to-back
Home.
crap quarterbacks.
You're
Yeah,
at
but-
home on Thanksgiving.
Crap quarterbacks back-to-back. You're getting the Eagles coming off a drubbing,
Let's not talk about that
okay?
next.
A
Yeah.
drubbing. And God knows what's going to happen with them this week, okay?
Oh, they're gonna light it up this week.
Hopefully. I hope
That's
they,
right now.
I hope they do. I have Mark
Try
Sanchez
playing
in my
the Titans.
FanDuel. Okay?
FanDuel.
But- FanDuel. Way to go. And then Eli Manning. You never know what you're going to, like, if I'm the Cowboys,
He is a box
I
of
have
chocolates.
No
He
problem.
really is.
He should be Forrest Gump. You're right.
I would be mad as a Cowboy fan.
Oh, man.
I think you cannot. That is very unfair for the Cowboys to give them a
It's still
Sunday
tough
night
games,
game
Kelly, I agree.
and a Thursday Thanksgiving game.
But I don't think they
that
should
is
be
very
that.
unfair. Dugan, are you okay with that? If you were a Giant fan, you had to play Sunday night,
it's
and
rough.
then you had to play another division team on Thursday.
So then,
Sunday-
hold on. So then Seattle has the same gripe.
What do you mean?
play
Seattle's
Sunday?
playing Sunday, division game. Thursday, division game.
No, they're not playing Sunday night.
The night
What's
game.
the difference?
What's the
What's the
difference? It's
difference?
Sunday.
You never hear the golden rule in sports?
Sunday at 4. It's a 3-hour difference.
really
There's no
Okay.
excuse.
Sunday at 4.
like
Sport fans, pay attention to the team that gets drubbed. The team that blows out someone on Sunday night, see if they cover the next week. It's a golden rule in football. If you cover on Monday night, you don't cover the next week. It's
Yeah,
a
but
golden
the
rule.
Cowboys, listen to me.
Just saying.
You bet the house on the Cowboys on Thanksgiving. They always come to play. That's their game. You know, they'll bet against the Lions.
No, I'm pointing
So,
at no, I'm pointing at Frank because this is what I'll be on.
Here's a
on
question.
Turkey
Guys,
Day.
we're not losing on
Do they
Thanksgiving.
I hate to
overlook?
break it to you,
This is
but
what
Are
I'll
the
be.
Cowboys overlooking
Me too
this
now.
weekend's game?
I think that I
Flying
really do.
miss.
I think that
Big division
I think that
matchup
this week they look past the
They overlook
Giants
that?
Yes.
to get to the Eagles because honestly
It doesn't matter.
the Giants are irrelevant to them
Yeah.
right now.
Yeah,
It's the
right.
Eagles that they're looking for.
You're right.
So this is hence the reason why I say the Giants.
That's
And yet,
a
I
good
don't think
good
I-
reason.
pull
And I
this
don't
game
think
out
so.
Because listen to me. I know everyone gets up for Giants Cowboys.
It's not even that.
You know,
But they're
whatever.
in the same division. Your division record matters at the end. If they can
No,
beat the Cowboys and then, if they can beat the Giants and then go ahead and actually beat the Eagles
But
on
here's the thing.
Thursday, the Cowboys have the complete upper hand
But Fran,
on the division win.
Which game do you
A
think is
bye.
more important
Yeah.
to them,
About the
though?
bye.
They're both important.
Yeah, but not as important as the Eagle game is. They're sharing the division right now.
If they lose to the Giants, if you're telling me they're willing to lose to the Giants so they could beat the Eagles on Thursday, they're going to be in the exact same position that they are coming in to Thanksgiving.
But you know what? The Cowboys are off a bye. So let's do remember that too. They're off a bye.
No excuses. You're
I know.
a professional
I'm just saying.
athlete. Mano, we appreciate the question. I love
a great
when everyone
question.
thinks. I really do. But I think Cowboy fans are perennial people where they always look for the excuse ahead of the excuse. And I'm tired of Cowboy fans. A lot of them showed up this year that I've never seen before.
Oh yeah,
And I'm sick of them.
They're all out.
Sick of them.
Sick of them.
I'm more
Or
sick of
Eagles
them
fans.
than I am of Giant fans.
Or
I
Eagles
respect you guys more for the first time in my life.
Thank you.
Because at least I know Giant fans are not pals to be Giant fans.
I knew my weekend was ruined when after Miami lost because I knew the Bucks were going to win this week. I
No,
know. I go, Dugan, how's my week going to get worse? And here's your answer: the Bucks are going to win. And we had
And
not
it-
only one, we had 4 turnovers, and my wide receiver had
I was
209 yards.
amazed.
I'm done.
I was amazed.
done.
I sat back and went, "Oh my God, they're playing good." That was my reaction. I said, "They're playing good football."
I like us again this week. Straight up, Lovie Smith back in Chicago.
You know you're in
We're
division
only 2
contention.
games out.
I was gonna say.
I'm picking
I
us
was gonna
again.
say, the
Division
Bucks are
contention.
actually
Us again.
relevant
Everyone,
in the
we're
division.
in division contention. PipeBomb Sports is in division contention for the NFC South.
Yeah, you're right.
I mean, like we have a shot to win that
We
division.
can.
We can.
I think 2-9 might is leading that division right now.
They're a
it's
joke.
terrible.
What's the Monday?
All right.
Oh,
Speaking of the NFC
Speaking
South,
of the division,
guys,
Saints,
listen,
Ravens.
You know, I got a lot of backlash last
Yeah.
week.
4.
The Baltimore Ravens.
you did, Monk.
Into New
I'm
Orleans
glad you said that.
This week, they're gonna win the game outright. They're getting 3. They're gonna win the game.
so you have the Ravens winning their division.
They're winning that division. You heard it. You heard it. I keep saying it. Oh,
It might be right.
look, very good. Very good. They have a very
They really
underrated
I
defense.
have Baltimore, Green Bay in the Super Bowl.
They're gonna win. I'm telling you right now. Thank you. Even better. I like.
Hey.
Done.
Maybe Seattle, but boy, they haven't looked.
Mug, the over in this game is 50. That's a high game. In New Orleans.
Joe
No, it's
Flacco's going
high.
to put up a lot of points.
I think Flacco might put up 35 by himself.
36-29. 36-29.
This is
Something
Jump
like
Ball
that.
Nation. Steve Smith should go nuts in this game.
36-29. I'm telling you, Fran, Baltimore Ravens are a good
I hate watching
football
them.
team. They're a good football
Baltimore?
They're a good
Listen.
team.
Great coach.
They're a good
Telling
team.
I miss Ed and Ray.
The best defense the Saints got are their fans. That's the only ones that can grab an interception.
Yeah, they're not.
You know,
They're
because
none whatsoever.
I don't know if anyone
right.
saw that Gresham interception today, a Sunday. That was really bad.
Listen,
But-
here's
It
the
was.
thing though with this game though. I just feel like Drew Brees at home is going to,
How many times can we say this?
but enough to they win at home.
But eventually,
You know,
if
they
you
have-
keep saying it and it doesn't
Yeah.
happen, you have to just eventually go on the other side of the bandwagon.
Yeah,
He just doesn't have it this year.
I'm with you, Foz. Like, Cincinnati is a notoriously bad road team. Notorious. And for them to go
went
into
in there
New Orleans and
dominated.
drub them,
Dominated.
New Orleans is not that good.
If the-
I
Terrible.
swear,
Four.
is Darren Sproles that? And I said this
Yeah.
last time I was on the
Yes.
show. Is Darren Sproles that important to that offense?
I love him. He's on my
Like,
team now. Yes.
It's amazing what it's like they're lost
You
puppies.
know what it is? I think it's just teams having to account for him. You know, now they
Yeah.
don't. They
There's
just
that
don't-
extra weapon
don't
they've had to
have-
prepare. He
just
might come out of
extra
nowhere.
money for a defensive coordinator. You know, just not having that.
Guys,
But
one
still,
more. Can I just
Jimmy-
get a quick thing out of my system
Yeah.
before I get it? Just a quick little North check.
Eagles got dropped.
We got drubbed. We did. But let's be honest here. The Packers right now could be the best team in the NFL.
They are the best team.
They
right
might
now,
really
they
be.
are the
Yes.
best.
Aaron
So I'm not. I
Rodgers
wasn't even mad. Like he got to a
The
point. I
best
was like, all
player in
right.
the NFL.
I was like, this is it. I expected that. But if Mark Sanchez overthrows Zach Ertz one more week, I'm going to snap like you haven't even seen me snap.
Well, hold on, I'll make you
Go
laugh.
on.
Zach Ertz put a quote out today
Please.
that
I
if
didn't
Jimmy
even-
Graham was playing in Philadelphia, he would not see the field.
He wouldn't. We don't use our tight ends.
Zach Ertz is a scum.
No.
I dare you talk about my Hurricane.
Let
like
me
that.
tell you something.
kidding me?
How can you
You out of
tell
your
me that
mind?
Zach Ertz, who has accomplished nothing in the NFL?
He's a good player.
That's great. That's fantastic. He's not Jimmy Graham. Jimmy Graham is
Jimmy
an
Graham's
absolute
one of the
stud.
best in the league.
He's a stud. The NFL banned his touchdown move. That's how many times he scores. They
Yeah.
had to ban his touchdown celebration.
You can't spike anymore.
You
The
can't-
goalposts.
Shouldn't be
You
spiking.
can't dunk.
You're professionals. If you're not allowed to beat your child, you shouldn't be spiking.
Show your athleticism. You scored.
Nah.
Can't dunk on the
You're not allowed to dunk. Beginning
Yeah.
of the season, you cannot dunk over the goalpost.
Jimmy Graham rule.
You ever are you? I think it's stupid too. I don't.
Come on, Tony Gonzalez
Tony
made a career
G.
of that.
Hall of Fame, yeah.
a career
I'm with you,
of that.
Foz.
That's
You know-
why they did it.
If you break a
That's why they did
goalpost, you know how hard you got to hit that to break a goalpost?
Not with these big
The
boys.
famous saying, don't let him score.
Well, here's another thing.
Don't
though.
let him score.
Here's another thing. I'm watching. Don't you kind of miss like the Chad Johnsons? And
Oh, I love Chad.
TOs and the
Yeah.
guys.
The
who are like, you know what?
originalities.
Find me. I get paid millions anyway.
It's God's league now, Goodell. It ain't happening anymore.
yeah.
But Dugan, you didn't
be
say
able to celebrate in the end zone.
You should.
it's
not
fun.
easy to get in there.
Oh, I mean, unless you're playing like certain teams.
Oh,
Like the Giants, you could say it.
Dugan, who do you
I wasn't
got?
going to say the Giants, but I mean, now that you
say
brought it up,
Dukes, who do you have in the Saints Raven game? Everyone got their opinion but yours.
I like the Saints.
Okay.
Me too, Dugan.
I'm
Well,
sorry.
We'll lose again.
The Ravens
So again.
secondary is not playing
all right.
good right now,
it's me and you. Me and you against the
best
world.
passing offense at home. I don't see them losing 3 in a row at home.
No way.
I'm taking Drew. I know the injury with Cook.
What's the spread?
I think it's fine.
+3. I'm telling you right now.
Ravens
people
+3.
really don't overlook
Telling
the
you, Tampa Bay
Ravens.
Bucks are winning this division.
Yeah.
The
We
Saints
can.
are +3.
We could go on a run.
No.
New Orleans
Ravens
minus
+3.
3.
They're gonna win the game out.
Foz.
I'm telling you right now.
As a
Buck-
Buck fan,
Bucks win the
this is
division.
a must-win game in Chicago for it to be done.
You win this game, you guys win
We're
the
in.
division.
We got
no
a shot.
doubt in my mind.
How sad.
If we lose this game, we're out.
Yeah.
We lose this game, we still play Carolina and New Orleans again.
Even
At
more
home.
sad that if you do this,
We still play them again.
That's what's sad.
But-
It's really pathetic,
So
but it
sad.
is. It's
It's
so
like
sad.
that. We
Guys,
got
two
confidence.
games. Two games I
That's
want
all
to
it
talk
takes.
about before we go to break.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
agree.
2 games before we go to break.
Okay.
We have to talk really quickly about Detroit and the Patriots.
Yeah.
Okay.
In New England, can Detroit do it in New England and stop the hot Patriots?
Absolutely not.
No way.
Absolutely not.
I don't think
They-
so.
They reported today that Revis is not even going to be covering Megatron. He is on
Smart.
Golden Tate.
Smart move.
They're taking.
Smart.
Take
Bra-
Golden
Bra-
Tate away.
I was
Take
thinking Golden Tate
Golden Tate
FanDuel, I
away.
swear to God, but
Yeah.
I'm glad you told me that, Foz.
Look at this
He's
guy.
a
Look at
genius.
this guy. I was just
Check.
going to say.
He is a genius. This man.
He's
I
taking-
can't get over this
Let's
guy.
skip this game because New England takes it all in the box, bro.
Yeah, he did,
I'm
when
not
I saw
he
that,
is
when
a
I saw
genius.
that, you're taking away. Listen, I understand Megatron is arguably the best wide receiver, but Tate and Stafford have something
Right.
special this
Right.
year.
Tate's a good receiver.
Tate is what Seattle is missing right now.
Wow.
That was a big mistake on their part.
Huge.
That's a revelation.
Okay.
Yeah.
I think putting Revis. Listen, there was they built a Hilton last week on Revis Island. They're gonna have a Tate on Revis Island as well. Okay. So
That's how
It's
I
so smart. Like, it blows me away. Like, I'm never surprised when he does things,
Very, very
but I'm always amazed by what he does. Like, yeah, he did it again.
You know what it is? Like, I talk about Tom Brady, Bill Belichick. I call him Sir Tom, first of all.
I understand.
It's like watching
He should be
Tom,
knighted.
watching Sir Tom and Sir Belichick and Sir Peyton Manning and Aaron and Drew Brees. It's like watching a different sport. And you're gonna miss these guys when they're gone because it's a different type of game. They're so in tune of what's going on. They're so knowledgeable. It's like watching Tiger Woods play golf in his prime.
Really?
And you just enjoy the ride. It's like watching Derek Jeter. It's like watching Clayton Kershaw. Monk, go ahead.
Jonas Gray.
Yeah.
Bill Belichick.
I can tell you who he
Bill
is.
Belichick, you let this man rush for over 200 yards. I mean, I'm sure he's great. But
I'm a Colts fan. Believe me, it hurt. But,
Really?
Yeah. So, but here's the thing, and I'm glad that you mentioned that because I was just going to bring it up.
200 yards.
Jonas Gray will have 8 carries for 30 yards.
Yeah, he will.
Because let me tell you
That's
what
so
happens
smart.
is
He's a
it's
situational machine.
because Belichick
Foz.
plays. He doesn't.
gave him the ball
The team.
37
He
times
he knew who he was playing.
team.
Right. He knew the Colts can't stop the run. They
Yeah.
can't stop the run for the life of
I'll
us.
run with this guy. Right.
No problem. Take the ball out of Brady's hands. This week, there's no way in the world you're running up against
No,
Stuart
he's
Ferry.
not going to get.
It's gonna be the
30
Gronk show.
He's not going to get half.
He's going to have 9 carries for, like I said, 35 yards, a couple dump passes. But I'm telling you,
Yep.
Edelman
Sounds
and Gronk are going to go.
Exactly.
Oh,
Foz, well said. Like
I
a true
agree.
veteran.
He blows me
a
away,
true
this
expert
guy.
at the position.
I have to be. We are gonna. And look, what's the other game you want to talk about? Arizona, Seattle.
Yes,
Okay,
yes.
I'm
Seattle.
glad you brought that because Arizona, Detroit was a game on our radar last week.
We got.
You all like Detroit.
I did.
We know Dugan like Detroit.
Oh, I like that.
I did take Detroit.
I'm a
we know
Cardinal
Dugan
fan.
like Detroit.
I took
apologize.
Detroit.
You like Arizona. Drew Stanton's getting the job done, guys.
Yeah.
They're gonna get home field advantage.
Another
in the
X
playoffs.
Jet.
They're gonna get home field advantage in the playoffs.
That defense is playing phenomenal.
That defense is.
If they go up
Out
against
of
anyone
control.
against the Packers at home in the playoffs,
They're
they
through.
could probably
I'll
beat
be
them.
honest with you.
They're gonna probably beat them.
I might
Foz.
still put him up against the Packers.
Yeah.
I
At home.
That's
Wow.
sick. And you're right.
Let me tell you something. Patrick Peterson will take Jordy Nelson
Yeah.
out of that game.
Crow.
It's fantastic.
Out of that game, and that
Fantastic.
front four creates pressure like I have
like them
never
a
seen
lot.
a line.
I like them a lot.
They are very reminiscent of what Seattle
Guys,
was
He's
last
a
year.
game
I
manager.
thought Nick Foles was going to die.
Drew Stanton's a game manager, and he throws a decent deep ball.
Larry Foote is the
Larry
key
Fitz is
piece
back.
to Arizona. Larry Foote, the
Oh,
linebacker,
yeah.
who knew he still had this gas in the tank after
Well, that's-
Pittsburgh.
Yeah,
he's
he's
been
Arians.
the run stopper linebacker.
Yeah, he's.
But
This guy
fu-
Bruce
we only
Arians is doing
produce
it now.
High-powered coaches.
Bruce
right?
Arians, he's just
Done.
got everything
High-powered coaches
clicking
and
there.
high-powered quarterbacks right here.
The,
in
the
Indy.
key to winning is believing in yourself, and he has them believing that they can beat anybody
and
in the
getting
league.
a coach from
You know,
Indianapolis.
but Foz, like, we were talking about like Sir Tom and Sir Belichick before. You didn't see this coming like a young Andrew Luck against a powerhouse genius like Belichick. He's
listen-
not ready. He will be ready soon, but I don't think he was ready for this.
I'm a and
Like,
it's known. I'm
wasn't
a
ready for the
diehard Colts
Patriots.
fan. Everyone that asked me, "You ready for the game?" I said, "We're going to lose." I said, "This." I'm a very realistic fan. Belichick and Brady, coming off a bye.
Don't lose.
Yeah.
It's not even fair.
Suicide.
They have our number to begin with. If you look at the Colts' record against the Patriots over the last 10 years,
Yeah.
I think we have 3 wins against them.
We
Yeah.
all love the Patriots, honestly.
Listen,
we didn't even do it. We just skipped it.
Yeah, we
Listen,
just skipped
I would have
the
been.
game.
I
It
would.
was so
I would have
easy.
voted Patriots too. I mean, it's
Yeah,
just.
it was just-
First off, there's no way when
Soon.
I saw that line come out 3
Yeah.
and they're dogs. I should bet the house on them.
Yeah.
There's no way. No way.
What do you think about this game?
Which one?
Seattle, Arizona.
Got to pick our winners.
It's Seattle Super Bowl.
Before the break, let's pick our winners.
It's Seattle Super Bowl.
This is their
This is
Super
it.
Bowl.
You are -6.
If they
you got
win-
no one good defense.
If
No.
they lose, they're not
They
making
win-
the playoffs.
Oh,
This
yeah.
is smack mouth.
They win. They're
Seattle
7-4,
Seahawks.
and Cardinals are 9-2. They'll be 2 games back. I still think
They'll win the division?
Cardinals will be okay winning that division. San Francisco's feeling really good about
Very
this. They
good.
got themselves back in with that win. That was very important for them.
Yes.
6.5.
I'm taking Seattle -6. I
I'm
don't
going
care.
to take Seattle
It should be that high.
because I think they're really going to come out and make a statement.
Yeah, they have to.
I really do. They're going to get to Drew Stanton.
They have to.
They have
In
to.
Seattle?
They have to
I'm
score.
taking Seattle,
They just-
too.
Cold weather outside. Arizona
just because
Dome
it's
team.
Seattle. Yeah.
Seattle.
I like
Foz?
just because he has $100,000 to make up,
Right.
so he's got to earn it somewhere.
I'm the
Um,
guy.
yeah, he can't keep quiet. He's going to keep quiet off the field. Off the field, he better start making noise
Right.
on the field.
You're right.
Um,
Marshawn.
I think Arizona covers, but I think this is a field goal game.
Right.
I think special teams plays a big part in this game today. On Sunday.
Dugan?
I'm taking Seattle.
Seattle
At home.
6.
They need it.
Needs
On
this
Super Bowl,
game.
like you said, Nelly.
I'm taking Arizona.
Fran?
Pete Carroll.
Taking Arizona.
Win the game outright or plus 6?
I think you take them with the 6. I think I think
Yeah,
it's a
Arizona
field goal
juice,
game.
but not this week.
I do think though that that's the problem with most of this country and fans of the league is we don't expect Arizona to win certain games, but they don't do anything more than we need them to do to win a game. They do exactly what they need to do. They are the best turnover team in situational moments I have ever seen play this game. They will get a turnover in Seattle's offensive zone. They will get that ball, and they will put themselves in a position to score every single time. That's the type of team they are. And I haven't seen enough from the Seahawks in recent weeks where I'm going to go, okay, yeah, Marshawn Lynch is going to take over this game. He's not.
I believe in him.
I think Arizona wins this game. It's going to be the game. You know what?
Be a great game.
We have a lot to look forward to, but we have even more to look forward to after the break.
Nice.
So let's take a commercial break.
I do want to say something. When we get back, I want to discuss a commissioner's incredibly intelligent decision that he made over the past
Perfect.
week.
Sounds good.
We'll talk about that. We'll talk about Roger
End of
Goodell
the break.
Good sport.
after the break. See you guys after the break.
See you guys.
Addicted to Ink, a proud sponsor of the Zaraza Entertainment Network, is Westchester's premier tattoo, piercing, and apparel destination, offering only the finest tattoo and piercing services as well as the best atmosphere you will find. Addicted to Ink is located conveniently at 38 Westchester Avenue in White Plains, New York, right across the street from the Westchester Mall. If you got the itch for more ink, like the Zaraza boys do, get your work done right. Visit www.addictedtoinktattoos.com for more information.
They were once knighted by the creator of Ustream.tv.
3 nights of Ustream.
In being the 3 knights of Ustream, their mission is to help turn up the volume on the last source of freedom of speech there is, the internet. So join the flagship show of the Zaraza Entertainment Network, Zaraza, New York, every Tuesday and Thursday at 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, streaming live from ZenLive.tv. They'll show you just how it's done in the World Wild West. ZenLive.tv! Independent music, alternative news, the underground and the underrated.
Hey, this is Vinny Pastor. You can call me Big Pussy, and you're watching ZenLive.tv.
You're watching the Zaraza Entertainment Network on ZenLive.tv. Here, you'll find ridiculously good-looking people, equipped with knowledge, intellect, and passion for speaking the truth. Does it get any sexier? A filtered mind is the only crime for Zen Live. Stay tuned.
Aye. This is a moth beat. Yep. Moth beat. You heard of him, right? I know you heard of him. No. I hope so. I have trouble.
And don't go getting offended by my use of the quote-unquote N-word. I have a black wife and 2 biracial kids, so I feel I have a right. I don't give a goddamn what that prick Spike Lee says. Tarantino was right. F***er is just a word. If old dirty bastard could use it every other word, why can't I?
Well, I would prefer if you did not use that word in my presence.
Oh, really?
I want to help, but I don't know. But claws hanging from a choker. Plus, I don't think that pretty face got a matching choke. Her Vita Loca got her breathing so.
Monday's got you off the wagon? Well, worry no more, because it's now officially a part of the 3-day weekend. So get on board. Come party with the Standby Gypsy, Juju the Model, and Blue Rivera every Monday night for your entertainment week in review, off-the-wall interactive segments, live performances, in-depth interviews, and the latest in sports. The Hangover Takeover is live every Monday night at 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, only on ZenLive.tv.
Are you a smoker and you need to quit, but you're discouraged because it's harder than you like doing me? Baby, white plains paper. Baby, white plains paper. Are you a non-smoker but you like to do the tricks? Well, these are non-toxic clouds that exit your lips. Baby, white plains. Oh yeah. Yeah. White Plains Vapors, located at 210 Mamaroneck Avenue in White Plains, New York. Visit our location and choose from a wide selection of exotic flavors.
Zadalza Entertainment Network on ZenLive.tv.
All right, we're back. I have to tell you, before the break, you brought up a very interesting concept. Me personally, I'm very interested in it. Legal gambling outside of Nevada. Adam Sterling, this man's a genius. He needs to be commended. David Stern, you're a stud. You knew who you were picking. I love it.
What a metamorphosis.
I think it will come. I think gambling will be legal before pot is legal. So,
Well, I mean,
get that out of the way right there.
it's already legal.
It's already
Break it. But yeah, he
Recreationally.
was yeah.
Fonz, what's going on?
He came out the other day and basically expressed his feelings that there's too many rogue referees. That and Vegas. Listen, Vegas. We all joke around about it, like, oh, Vegas made the call. Vegas knows what they're doing.
Oh, yeah.
And when they start to see that there's too many, they're losing too much on certain games.
Shaving points, yeah.
They make the call, like, what's going on here? Because we're losing too much on
basketball.
We're losing too much on.
And then we have our
you
fan
know.
mascot.
Prado, we love you.
The cat is now on the couch.
Cat.
Stud. But Fonz, you know what's very interesting? You said that? It's just even the people in Vegas, they're scared because they don't know that much about the teams, especially in college basketball, that they had to give it a month before they fully get the odds right.
Listen, a friend of mine told
That's
me.
why.
A friend of mine used to work somewhere, and his boss used to help make lines in Vegas.
Mhm.
And he told us, he goes, "You want to win money?" And I mean, not to promote gambling or anything. He said, especially with college basketball, focus on the small schools.
Small schools,
He goes,
they don't
because
know.
Vegas doesn't know enough about them.
Exactly.
To put out a legitimate line.
Spread.
You can make a killing
killing.
betting Townsend, William and Mary.
I was actually gonna say,
George Mason before
Yale.
they went on. Yale. Like, start betting a house on these smaller teams. You see these guys hitting it big. That's who they're betting on. They're not betting on Duke and Kentucky.
Yeah. They're betting on Dugan. Richmond. The Richmond Spiders.
Yeah.
The Richmond
Manhattan
Spiders.
College.
Believe me, I'm there watching them at 2 o'clock in the morning.
Yeah,
I'm there.
it's great.
NCAA, as far as in the gambling world, is definitely way bigger
Yeah.
than the NBA.
Oh, absolutely. Because it's just there's more.
There's more teams. There's more things to look
more
at.
games, but there's also a bigger disparity of talent.
There you go.
You know what I'm saying? Like
Not
It's
enough
more
parity.
about
In
the
the
students
NBA
needing the money too.
Yeah,
Who
in the
knows?
NBA, they're all pros. Listen,
Yeah,
these guys
there's
are
a lot
getting
of parity,
paid
right.
to play.
Yeah.
In college, these kids are
Scholarship athletes.
trying to get
Playing to get
They're
paid.
playing to get paid. I mean, if you ask me, they're still getting paid because they're getting a free ride for 4 years. So to me, that's getting paid to
Yeah, it
get
is.
to play.
Yeah.
But that's whatever.
But Faz, I have a question.
Yeah.
Do you believe that when the game is not going the wise guys' way, that Vegas does make the call? Because I believe Vegas does make the call.
Listen,
and it's definitely going on.
There's no way.
And you better believe it.
Listen,
'cause watch some college games, buddy.
College games. Listen, you're telling me that the blackout in the Super Bowl was an accident? Come on, man. All of a sudden,
kidding me?
Baltimore comes out like a house of fire.
Yeah.
And here they come to save the day. It's too. No one believes in fairy tales. Okay,
Yeah.
it doesn't happen.
I do.
That's great. Listen, Cinderella will come one day. Okay, but
One day.
yeah.
You know what I'm thinking is, does Adam is he involved with the other commissioners of the other major sports?
I don't think so.
No,
you
they
think
said
solely
that
representing the NBA.
Absolutely, they
And
said
its
there
brand?
there was a great article today on ESPN that stated that he was the first of all the major
All the
commissioners
commissioners, okay.
to step out.
That's interesting.
And actually speak out to the fact of saying, listen, we have a big problem here. We know what's happening.
Right.
We know gambling is happening. We need to either, expand it
Make some
or
money off it.
really do something. Listen,
It's part of life.
It's a problem,
do you have
though.
Any idea how much money in taxes the states would pick up from gambling? Like it's astronomical. There's a
Let's-
reason why
Unbelievable.
Atlantic City added it.
Economically,
Fran, what do you got?
they should legalize gambling if they want to eliminate the tax deficits. But at the same time, you have to understand, you're
It's a
opening
slippery slope.
Pandora's box
Yeah, it's a
to a
slippery
lot
slope.
of problems in society
Yep.
that they shouldn't legalize.
by
I don't think
gambling.
they should legalize.
Fran,
But it's already
Fran,
legal.
Fran, it's
They're
there's
gonna gamble anyway, but
Fran,
don't
there's so
make it a
many
public
different
thing.
avenues, though. So hold
got
on,
one.
wait a second.
Watch.
So you're telling me is like, it's not okay to legalize it, but it's okay for me to fly to Las Vegas, bet my house on the Packers to win next week,
Yes.
lose it, and then come back to New York, and it's
It's
okay.
Yeah.
Yes. What's
That's
the difference?
ridiculous.
Because I don't want my 16-year-old son in the middle of the street making gambling bets.
then you pull Adrian Peterson on him. Well, not that crazy. And you bail him out the first time, and you don't bail him out the second time.
Adrian, you're done.
I don't bail him out ever.
You don't bet money you don't have, and that's the problem with people.
Well,
you don't bet money, period, because that could be money that's still in your pocket.
That's their problem.
Especially nowadays.
That's their problem.
They bet with play money.
Listen, and that's their problem.
It's not the old school days when
because people don't think they can get touched.
Well, you know
no
what
one
the
is
beauty of
God.
Vegas is. You have
Everybody
to
can
put the
get
money
touched.
on, you ain't get no ticket.
Friend, you telling me
no money, no tiki.
In the Roman Empire, when the gladiators you don't think the fans in the stands back then didn't bet on the gladiators? Of course they bet on the gladiators. We even have a show, American Gladiators. They probably bet on American Gladiators, too.
I know
They're betting rolls and rocks on who's going to get eaten
Let me
first.
ask you guys a question.
Come on.
Let me put this.
I would have bet on Storm.
None of us here have children.
Love
Praise Christ.
Nitro.
At least we don't know we do. But a lot of us don't have children. Now, what I'm trying to ask is, if you have a son, and he goes, you say to him, here's $20. Can you go pick up this, and this at the corner bodega? Sure. They come back. Oh, Dad, by the way, I took the Blackhawks tonight, plus 1.5 against the Red Wings. Oh, okay. With whose money? Your money. Oh, okay. Oh, you lost. Oh, okay. Great. And they're gonna get into a habit.
If that was me and Dugan, I would want to split the bet.
Boy, good job, son.
Good job, son.
That's the problem with society today. You cannot legalize gambling in every state.
Yeah, but
I'm sorry.
listen to me. There's a vice with everyone. Everyone's gonna.
So
everyone
promote
has-
vices?
So hold on. So then, why are they
You guys
legalizing
are crazy.
marijuana?
I'm sorry. This is the most far-fetched conversation. You're
What are
promoting
you talking
vices.
about? ESPN puts every spread up on the bottom now. Have you realized that for years?
Because it's a problem.
Because
it's the game.
It's an epidemic. It's legal in Europe.
It's not an epidemic. An epidemic is Ebola that we don't hear about anymore. That's an epidemic, okay? But gambling is not an epidemic.
It's not an epidemic.
No, it's not. Listen to me. People get paid to do that.
Exactly.
There's guys in Las Vegas that get paid. If it was an epidemic, why would people be making lines?
Monks, for some reason, I feel like you're. Thank you.
December 13th, 2010, the worst day of my father, John Monaco's life. That was the
Thank
day
you. I know where
the
this is
OTB closed.
Oh, I was going to say, what's
It became illegal in the United States. He loved that place. He told me the other day, I don't bet two-legged animals, I bet four-legged animals. All right? It goes back. It's tradition. People love to gamble, whether it's a vice. The fact of the matter is, as human beings, we all have weaknesses. We all have
vices. We do.
Whatever it is.
No one is perfect.
If this is what it has to take, and we're going to make money off of it,
That's
I'm all for
Yeah,
it.
Bob, amazing.
Listen, the old
We love
saying,
you, Mr.
money
Monaco.
talks,
We
vote
love you.
walks, and this is what it is.
God, you got me started.
You know it's legal in Europe. Soccer fans?
Yeah.
Soccer
He's
fans.
blaming his dad.
Hold on.
Excuse me, soccer fans.
Oh, God.
Legal in Europe. You know that, right?
Hold on.
Fully legal.
I'll
Bet
give you-
365.
I'll give you one. No.
Sign up to a website, gamble.
How about this? I'll give you this one. You can bet overseas the results of wrestling, which is scripted.
I know.
Are you kidding me?
I know.
There was a guy who lost his house
Can we
betting
on that?
the Undertaker at WrestleMania. He lost his house
That's great.
at WrestleMania. You never bet against the Undertaker at WrestleMania
When you watch,
unless he's fighting.
When the line is minus 5,000, you do.
when you watch the game at 900 Park, which is the biggest jigs place ever. I love the place. I love you, John.
We'll be back
Every
for this.
goddamn time
Listen.
I watch a game at 900 Park, my team loses. Even the Undertaker's streak came to an end.
It came to an end?
I can't win a softball championship at 900 Park. I'm chasing the dream for 8 years.
Unthinkable happened at 900 Park.
That's where
All
dreams
went
become
silent.
reality.
Every Duke game,
The
they
lights
lost
went
to
off.
Florida.
The lights went off.
Every
It was
single
all-
one at 900 Park.
Listen, and that's what
Every single one.
this year we're gonna be there again, and we're gonna watch Sting
Coach
drop
K.
from the
Oh.
rafters. It's gonna be great.
It's gonna be great.
I
It's gonna be
refuse
great.
to
But
enjoy
Monk,
Sting.
let's stay on the gambling
Oh, yeah.
topic. Dugan, you think like these college players don't know? Like you see a spread minus 16 in a college game,
It's so
and you
angry.
got Ben Watson over there chucking up a half-court shot with 1 second left in the game instead of giving the ball to the ref,
I get
and
so
he
mad.
kills someone's dreams like he doesn't know what's going on. Come on.
Frank, you know what's funny? As far as college players go, you look at a guy like Todd Gurley, tore his ACL. He had just come back from suspension for what? For
Sign
making a few
autograph.
dollars, for signing his name on some memorabilia. You have to make your money. Let's call it how it is. They know what they're doing, these college players. They know what's going on. They know there's lines.
They shave.
know there's spreads.
Monk.
They shave. That's it.
I know the shave.
Football
Monk.
is guided.
Do you know? I gotta tell you something.
Come on.
I gotta tell you something about Todd Gurley. You know his legs are insured by Georgia, and if he never plays in the NFL, he gets $3 million if he never plays again.
Yep.
He gets $3 million if he never. The college. At least Georgia did that for him.
Yeah. They did the
How
right
great
thing
is
by
that?
him. Yeah.
Good for the school to
Listen,
ensure you're playing.
Wow, that's great.
You're
Now,
making
I
money
didn't
off
know
his
that.
jerseys and everything. Todd Gurley is the face of Georgia for 3 years.
Yeah.
And if you ran his name into the ground, every jersey, everything, people are coming to see Todd Gurley play. They're not coming to see Hunter Mason and the little Georgia Bulldog mascot. Okay?
Oh, come on. He's pretty cool.
I love Bulldogs. I want one. But I'm making a point here.
I want
so
one.
at least the school did that.
Yeah, but for argument's sake, for betting purposes,
You have no idea.
You're going to tell me that Vegas didn't put in the phone call to Peyton Manning this week?
Oh, yeah.
Come on.
Foz, we're going to say something, Fred. Every game, even last week when Peyton played Oakland, over 32 points. You're going to put Peyton Manning, one of the best offenses in the world, only over 30 points flat. Just them. That scored 30 points against St. Louis. I can't name you one secondary play on the St. Louis Rams. I can't name you one.
Me either, actually.
I can't. And I saw 30. Wait, they were 32 last week. Now you're going to put them in a dome? Don't touch it.
Let me just ask you guys this.
Let
Let me put this up to you guys, because I'm against this. I don't think it should be legal at all, by any means. Because already I think sports are fixed, and I'll openly say it.
Of course it is.
Actually, can I ask you a quick question before you get to that?
Go ahead.
You do any Super Bowl boxes?
No, I don't, actually. Actually, I only do Nell's fun.
So hold on.
I wish you would know the way
I
Nell
honestly
puts-
Foz's face when you said no.
Yeah, because I don't even buy that. That's just such a crock of shit.
Nell, do I do boxes?
You just did his. You just said
Nell doesn't do a box. Nell does a very fun prediction.
Oh, yeah, I do a Futures of
That's
Bob
the only
game.
one I do.
I like
That's the only one I do.
Keep you interested in the game.
Nell, I don't want to do it.
I do not do boxes. I don't get them. I don't like them. I do Nell's prediction
do.
game.
Yeah.
So no form of gambling whatsoever.
Fair,
No, if you don't like
FanDuel.
gambling.
what was your question?
Hold on. That's gambling.
You
FanDuel's
do
gambling.
FanDuel.
That's gambling.
It's gambling.
That's-
No, hold on. It's
Gambling.
gambling. It's gambling.
FanDuel's the new cool gambling.
It's
It
gambling.
really is.
Right now,
Fantasy-
FanDuel.
Exactly. It's a vice. There you go. Thanks for coming. Tell them what he's won, Johnny.
Foz, you completely.
He's won, Johnny.
But look at Fred's face.
Tonight's
He
my
completely
last
put
night
Fred on blast right now.
Yeah, tell him what he's won. You won a complete addiction to FanDuel. Thank
And
you.
guess what, everybody?
Man, I do not gamble, but I FanDuel.
Listen to me. Tonight will be the last night that I FanDuel.
Oh! No one cares.
Lies.
Not gonna stop.
Lies.
Lies.
That's a
I'm
lie.
in the app right now.
That's a lie. It's a lie. Believe all
I'm
lies.
gonna sack Snow at 6 o'clock tomorrow. So who's on your FanDuel team?
Oh, I have 3 teams in right now.
He was
But it's not
before the show. He's sitting there. Should I do hockey? Should I not?
I gotta put a basketball game on real quick.
There's one game in. Should I bet him anyway? Like, come on.
But it's different.
It's like I
It's
used
not
to order it,
different,
but I
it's the
bought it.
same
It's a fantasy sport.
Fantasy is gambling. It's gambling.
It's gambling.
So
Putting money up to win money. That's gambling.
not every league's a money league.
You have to do a money league unless you're like in the 5th grade. You don't know what you're
All
doing.
your leagues right now. Hold
Somebody
on.
find me a 5th grade league. I'm in.
Your football league that you're all in, is there money involved?
Yeah,
Of course.
Okay, so thanks for coming.
But I want a belt.
Shekels.
I don't even want it to be money anymore. I
done.
pass on a
Done.
belt. Is that wrong? Listen, I understand there's no getting away from gambling. It's going to exist whether it's legal or illegal. I personally would not want this thing mainstream where anybody could walk into a bodega. We already have enough low logic in society.
It can't
We
be
gotta
any
add
more
more.
mainstream than it already is.
Listen.
If the
Do your
NBA
homework.
commissioner
Like
was
Sports Nation,
saying
like
it.
Monk said, Monk's dad. You do your homework. You will have highs, you have lows. Is it a business? People do profit. They do get lucky in life.
There's always a low. The
But
bookie will always beat you.
Listen to me. AC.
That's why I do it.
There's a reason why Vegas
That's
stays in
always-
business.
Right.
There's a reason.
Entertainment.
Blackjack, roulette,
Look, let me ask you a
craps,
question.
baccarat,
Pass
what
the
you
time.
name it.
Pass the time.
Perfect person to ask, because I talk to you
Yeah.
very frequently.
Yeah.
yeah.
Let me ask you a question. If you wouldn't, let's just hypothetically say, you were a person who enjoyed the gambling, and now they took gambling away from you. Are you still going to watch sports the same way?
Nope.
Nope.
Thank you.
Absolutely
Sports
not.
have been ruined for every one of you.
No, it's been enhanced.
And let me ask you a
to
question.
the highest level
It
of
has
life.
not been enhanced.
Yes, it has.
I stay at home.
Yes,
and
it
I watch
has.
sports.
Let me tell you-
Purity of the sport.
No.
I don't have money. Oh, I
No,
need
you-
to
the players don't play it for
Hold on.
purity.
I got a rebuttal to this, and I'm going
And
to
you
tell you
know
right
I'm
now.
right, Monk.
Fan to the regular fan, not us who watches sports
Monk.
avidly. Okay. Do you think they would know a guy like Jed Jorko from the San Diego
I
Padres?
don't know who that is.
Exactly. But
I know who he is.
but because of fantasy, you would know that the kid's a stud second baseman who plays for the San Diego Padres.
right.
Okay? Do you think people would know who John Brown is?
Wade Davis?
Wade Davis.
Tennessee Royals.
No, they don't.
We know Wade Davis from fantasy. Wade Davis.
Ask the casual sports fan who Wade Davis is. They're going to be like,
I don't talk to
he's my
I don't talk to casual sports fans.
You ask a fantasy player, Wade Davis is the second coming.
I was talking hockey with my friend yesterday. I really I like the Red Wings. They're going to win the game tonight. I go, but they're missing Pavel Datsyuk, who's one of the best players in hockey. Can we all agree?
Best two-way
He
players.
goes, you know what he said? Who's Pavel Datsyuk?
Wow.
Okay? All right? And he's a sports fan. And he plays.
I got to give a question to Dugan, because you do FanDuel. I know when you go to Vegas, you gamble, you do your little thing. Fantasy. If you had to choose one, you could do fantasy sports or FanDuel, or you could gamble on live bets and odds. Which one would you choose? If we had to get rid of one and choose one to do for the rest of your life, which one do you choose? And that's a hard question.
If I had to do one.
I'm picking odds.
Can I be
I'm
honest?
picking odds.
After you make your pick, I have to tell you guys
I'm picking odds.
I'm going to tell you guys something personal after this.
Fantasy is fun, but I'd rule that out. FanDuel is fun. I'd rule that out. That's just fantasy. If I could, I would move to Vegas and gamble on sports.
Okay, let me tell you guys something. And I know a lot of people that chose that path. And I know one person in specific where I don't want to bring up the person's name or who they are, but they gambled their business on horses twice. And I can't bring up their name. You guys don't know them. I know them through family. Okay. They don't have a home anymore, and they're split with their family. This person doesn't see his kids, and he's now...
But that's his fault.
But I have a question.
But this is what gambling leads to now. There aren't $10 bets. You guys are not betting $10. You're betting thousands of dollars a week.
Then you're
People are betting
idiot.
income.
I have
you
one
are
That person's
degenerates.
an idiot.
I have one of the greatest stories
Roll my
ever.
sleeve up.
A friend of mine, father, tells me
Thank
this
you, Mom.
story
Mom shaking his legs,
repeatedly.
he knows I'm right.
Back in the 70s,
And
he
you
and
have
his
a
brother
problem.
were at Belmont betting the horses.
Belmont.
Okay? Gets a tip, bet the 4-horse in the 3 races, juiced up, bet the house on him.
Yeah.
So they went, they dropped a couple thousand on the horse, and they're off, dies at the gate.
No?
Dies at the gate.
Okay.
Like,
It's just some bad luck.
I've been there before. I've been there when I was 15 years old.
I straight up just looked at now.
I've been there when I was 15. Dugan was there with me. At least he hit the first race. At least Barbara won the Kentucky Derby. It was the first. I was 15 years old. I was just born into the game.
And then it
I
began
just looked straight at now as soon as he said that. I went, no?
And
we doubled down.
12 years.
We had $100 on him. At 15 years old, that's a lot of money for a 15-year-old.
Oh, my God. That's a lot of money for me now.
Fine, keep going. So
it was just like, that's gambling.
It is. It's gambling.
That's listen, everyone gets an adrenaline rush. I'm sure we've all sat there. Tell me one person in this room who hasn't played AC/DC.
Now.
One person who's not played AC/DC in this room. How many times have you
rolled dice?
rolled the dice?
Yeah.
You've never played
Yeah.
CeeLo.
Oh, I've definitely
You've never.
CeeLo'd.
You do it for the thrill.
Had my fair share of
That's what
CeeLo
makes
days.
us human. Like that thrill. That it
They
adds.
say the thrill's in the loss, not the win.
People listen. Unger said it best. Any good professional gambler will always remember his losses. He will never remember
his wins.
That's correct.
And Al Pacino said it's when they take the chips instead of winning.
great move.
No, it's a
Great move.
defeats.
Two for the money. Two for the money, right?
That's when you feel the best. But you know what? You wake up the next day and you're alive. And it's the truest thing in the world.
Money
Nothing
comes and
can ever.
goes.
Let me ask you something. You do stocks, right? Dabble with stocks.
Yes.
It's
That's
gambling.
gambling.
Is the upside maybe a little more?
Francesco,
on my taxes.
Francesco Pellegrino is going to attack.
It is gambling, though.
I
It
have
is.
dividends. I get money
Stocks are
back.
gambling.
Yeah.
I get my money back.
But lose.
But there's also been people that swan dive off of buildings when their stock hit the tank.
But I don't, because you know what I buy? Upside stocks. I buy Tesla
What a
at
conservative.
$14 a share.
Yeah, he's conservative. Never make a big score.
I don't make the big scores, guys.
Never make
I
the
know a
big
lot
goal.
of you think, let me throw $1,000 in there with the opportunity to make $20,000. I think, let me throw 20 in there and make like $200 and sell it real
This
quick.
became a gambling.
But it's the same
good.
concept.
This is great.
Healthy.
Listen, no, honestly,
this
look,
help.
you want my honest truth? For this country itself, economically, to rebound, yes, you do legalize gambling. Do I think it's going to be a good thing for society? No. But will it help our country?
But
Yes, in its own weird way.
But like Atlantic City, how they hurt it so bad. Why do you think they try to pass that in Jersey? You make legalized
It's
gambling.
passed.
You make gambling rooms instead of like nightclubs. Gambling rooms for guys like us. I would never leave. Are you kidding me? Like, I have my own couch, 27 TVs,
I'd be
a nice bar ashtray.
Yeah.
I'm chilling. Hot girls serving me beers and stuff. I'm not leaving.
Yeah, it's
AC's
a wrap.
the best place in the world.
It's a wrap.
It's the best place in the world.
I might have my mail forwarded there.
Vegas is the best.
AC,
You just like,
take my $400.
Forward my mail there.
You leave an AC, legalized gambling every
Love to go to
weekend.
AC
Dugan,
every
I went to
weekend.
Las Vegas if I didn't run out of.
Guys, I love all of you. I love you all. All kidding aside, you, I will say a prayer for you every Sunday.
Listen, all kidding aside, we need to move on because otherwise this room is gonna get on fire.
Real fire.
Yeah, let's literally.
So, Monk, you mentioned Datsuk. I just want to tell you guys, I'm wearing a Blackhawks jersey.
Yes.
They are my pick to win the cup. I still think they're going to win the cup. And I really want to touch on that. But I also want to touch on LeBron James arriving
This is big
to play
to
the
you
Spurs.
guys.
But I do think we need a commercial break. Can we please get this room back
Yeah,
down?
let's clear the air here.
Let's clear the air.
All fired up.
Take a commercial
Christmas lights
break.
are gonna explode.
Come back to PipeBomb Sports, and we'll just enjoy the rest of the show.
Hey, guys.
Okay, I need some water.
Yeah.
Mondays got you off the wagon? Well, worry no more, because it's now officially a part of the 3-day weekend. So get on board. Come party with the Standby Gypsy, Juju the Model, and Blue Rivera every Monday night for your entertainment week in review, off-the-wall interactive segments, live performances, in-depth interviews, and the latest in sports. The Hangover Takeover is live every Monday night at 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, only on zenlive.tv.
Independent music, alternative news, the underground and the underrated.
Rep your area code. MarioPablo.com.
And we're back to PipeBomb Sports Show. We last left off. We said we were going to talk about LeBron James, the San Antonio Spurs tonight. It's a pretty big game, you know.
Big game.
I think so.
You know, there's a lot there. You got to look at LeBron. I've been following basketball thoroughly at the beginning of the season, and there's some teams that stand out, and the Cavs are not one of them. I'm just going to tell you guys now.
Yeah.
They don't appeal to me. I think Kyrie Irving's not what we thought Kyrie Irving really was. I think LeBron James is good. And I think maybe you could say Kyrie Irving had the past 2 good games. He had 2 good games, but
Kevin Love is showing that he's not.
Kevin Love, you know what? Yeah, but neither is Andrew Wiggins. Andrew Wiggins.
He's playing to his jersey number. That's what he's playing to right now.
But you're right.
Fran, I got a question for you. Under over what the degree on the AC is tonight in San Antonio?
It's in Cleveland.
It's in Cleveland.
Oh, it's in Cleveland. I thought it was in.
They're going to chill it out. They're going to chill it out.
Is it a message if Cleveland beats them, though, tonight? Is this a message?
For me, this is a big litmus test for Cleveland to see where they're at.
Yeah.
Does everyone play for San Antonio?
Exactly. Yeah, it's tough.
And
But
you
it
know
means a
what?
lot to Cleveland.
And you know what? And you know what's funny is they were talking about this on the radio the other day, like how other teams are criticizing San Antonio for benching their players, or they're trying and it's not working for them.
Right.
Listen, Popovich might go down as the greatest NBA coach ever. Ever.
Basketball coach.
Yeah, like just in general. But like, he knows what he's doing.
Oh,
like,
big time.
These guys, they're not fools. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
And
Spurs fans aren't
it's-
fools
and
either.
listen, it's not like they were sacrificing wins.
Yeah, they weren't. They weren't.
They had the best record in the NBA last year.
It's true. It's true.
They actually,
Mark, what do you want to
they
bring to
actually
this table?
interviewed LeBron, and he said that the San Antonio Spurs are, quote, the blueprint
Of how to win.
Yeah, the
Yeah.
blueprint of how to win an NBA championship. So
And they've
that's
been
the
for a
highest
while.
compliment you could pay to someone.
Yeah.
You know.
I love Popovich.
You know what I like about LeBron? He's very sports oriented. You know, he respects his.
I love
sport.
LeBron, too.
He
I
respects
can't deny it.
sports. You know, I like that. He respects the history. I like that.
He's a
about him.
class act. Besides the one time maybe he walked off the court.
Well, he's a little
which-
bit of a crybaby,
Yeah.
but he's a class act.
He is.
He is.
But you were saying before, Fred,
He's a
about
good role model.
Kyrie Irving. He's young, and he didn't have the experience under Coach K because he was hurt for a majority of the season at Duke, and he didn't have a team for Cleveland for all these years. So it's okay. And I wrote an article on our website, PipeBomb Sports. Is Kyrie the problem? You just got to give him time. D Wade was already established. He had Shaq. He had a ring when he came over. That wasn't that transition. What did LeBron do? he bullied Mario Chalmers, who was new, who was a rookie, who didn't know what to win before, but he did win in Kansas, so okay, but not at an NBA level. It's not going to happen overnight. It's not going to happen in a year. It might take 2 years. Hopefully, I'm rooting for LeBron and the city of Cleveland. I hope they just don't lose to the Heat in the playoffs, because that would be a huge blow to LeBron and the psyche of him.
LeBron came out and said that this is going to be the toughest challenge of his career.
Yeah, it is.
He openly said it. This is going to be the toughest challenge of my career, trying to win in Cleveland.
You know what
it
I
really
like?
is.
Actually, they did this whole little get these guys together, and at the beginning of the year, we're like, oh, Cleveland's going to be amazing, this and that. And now I think we all realize what a test it really is going to be to become a team, to be able to win. Some teams just have a winning mentality. They just know how to win.
Yeah, well, look
None
what
of
they
these
have.
players know how to win. Kyrie Irving's never won.
Yeah. Kevin Love's never won either.
But they've got to instill this winning culture with this team.
But they also have a coach who's only coached
in Europe.
In Europe.
In
So
Europe.
what
He
does that
hasn't
really?
proved really anything.
What is he going to show you in the NBA?
But is he really the coach? Let's.
If they underachieve,
that remains to be seen.
But
That remains to be
it's,
seen.
it's just like Peyton Manning. Like, is the offensive coordinator really doing anything? No, Peyton coaches himself on the thing. You think LeBron is listening to what this guy who has zero NBA
What is everybody else?
Fudge, you don't love Tom Moore?
Huh?
You don't love Tom Moore?
I do, but do you think? But Tom Moore openly said, "I gave him 3 plays. Let him pick him."
Oh, there you go.
3 plays. He said, "I give you 3. You go which one you want."
You got to just figure, like, when you look at the NBA at the start of the season, there's some teams that just, a lot of people did not give them a chance on the radar. And the Grizzlies are first place in the West, and they're playing fantastic basketball. This guy, Mike Conley, is great right now. Very. You have teams like, like, look at the Thunder now with no Durant and no Westbrook. Are they going to rebound at all?
You know what? With them, I think they're just trying to survive.
They are.
If I was them,
they're just not trying to get killed.
Hover, but they could really potentially finish 6th or 7th.
But here's my thing.
That's the best they
just
can do.
picture, just honestly picture this, and I haven't followed college basketball as much as I used to.
Okay.
This reminds me a lot of the Spurs the year before they drafted Tim Duncan.
Okay.
Okay. Tanked that year.
Yeah.
David Robinson had an injury the year before. Guys didn't play that well. Had the pick. All of a sudden, here comes Tim Duncan. Here comes Tim Duncan, David Robinson, and history has shown.
They need a center.
So why not, if I am, OKC, why in God's name would I try to rush back Westbrook with Durant? Take your time, guys.
They are
Don't worry
taking their
about
time.
it.
They have 3 wins.
Relax. Let's try. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I am not saying they're tanking. They're not pulling the 76ers.
Yeah.
But I wouldn't be surprised to see them finish in the in a lottery pick this year.
It's hard to think like that because they had a James Harden that they got rid of when they had Westbrook, Durant, Ibaka, and Harden, and they didn't win anything with that either. So do they really need more talent? This didn't work with more talent.
Center,
they haven't had a true center. Perkins is not the
listen, they saw Perkins in Boston, and they
Yeah.
thought, I love Eric Congo. I think that kid is a monster.
Yeah.
But the center is, like,
Very
look at
important.
every good championship team
Inside
they've
out.
had a
Inside
good,
out. Right.
solid
You're
center.
right.
Minus the the Miami Heat the last
Yeah.
few years because
You guys,
Juju Bosch.
you guys know who's the 7th and 8th place teams in the West?
Oh,
San Antonio is 7th.
And the
And
Clips.
8th place is the Clippers.
You think how long do you think that's going to last?
I think that might
It's
listen. The
early.
West or the top. Look at the top of the
New
West.
Orleans Pelicans are making the playoffs. That I'm
Yeah,
telling you
is
right
Anthony
now.
Davis
Anthony
human?
Davis
He's not.
Is he
human.
human?
No. Let me tell you what impresses me about Anthony Davis.
Oh, no, he's
he has
not, Foz.
most of his work off the ball.
He's
Off
the
the
kid's
ball.
a stud, man.
You want to talk about FanDuel? He deserves his own FanDuel
Guy
statue.
gets 70 points a night.
It's
You
easy,
legitimately have to
easily.
put him in your lineup.
Every night.
Him and another guy for FanDuel is Vujicic from Orlando. He is a monster.
Just giving you pointers on FanDuel.
What do you
now.
think Cleveland?
Everything's FanDuel.
Everything. FanDuel.
What do you guys think Cleveland
You
finishes?
think FanDuel will sponsor us?
4th. They're just where they are.
Behind who?
Like Chicago to keep going. I love the way they play. I love the game. I think Washington's a good basketball team.
They are. When they
They've
get
come
Bradley
together.
Beal, they'll be even better.
And I'll tell you what,
Miami.
Toronto's a good team.
Toronto's a very good team.
They're a good team.
Toronto's very
Miami
good.
could even finish ahead of Cleveland. You might see LeBron James versus the Heat in the first round of the playoffs.
I like
That'd
Chicago,
be pretty
Miami.
You mean they're not going to play?
Cleveland.
You mean the Knicks aren't going to make the playoffs?
No, the Knicks.
I do like
the
Washington.
Knicks will make the playoffs. The Knicks will finish
cares?
8.
Oh, they really-
It's so bad.
Who cares?
They're really just so bad. How are the fans still showing up to MSG?
Don't waste seconds on this show talking about the Knicks.
Yeah.
Tonight's a fun
It's all-
game too. Now you speak of the Knicks. Let's talk about the other New York team, Brooklyn.
Yeah.
Oh,
Brooklyn's playing Milwaukee tonight. Jason
yeah,
Kidd's
Jason
back in
Kidd
town.
Nation.
Kevin Garnett said he should have a warm ovation. The hell with that.
No way. He
The
left.
hell with that. he forced his way out. He didn't.
Yeah, he really did.
Forced
That was
his
a
way.
easy move.
That was a real scurv move that he pulled.
It really was.
So
At first, when I heard it, I thought it was the owner from Brooklyn, not him. And after hitting the allegations of what he demanded,
Billy King,
go take a walk. You coached 1 year.
The only
Your
thing
best move was to throw water on your shoulder.
The only thing I'm looking forward to tonight is finally seeing Jabari Parker. You know, I want to see this kid. I think is going to be the best of the draft. I think Wiggins came out too early. I think he's just a little too overrated.
Buzz, you a Duke fan?
No.
Okay. Well, being a Duke fan, Jabari does have the talent, like you said, but he plays no defense, man. But there's no defense in the NBA.
Yeah.
It bothered me in college he didn't play any defense.
I love that we just tapped in on the NBA, but there are things we do need to discuss real
Yes.
quick. We're nearing the end of the show, and there's some big things coming up this
All right,
weekend in soccer that outweigh tonight in basketball. There's some derbies this weekend in soccer where you just can't help but be like, wow.
Indeed, there are.
My eyes.
Which was yours?
AC Milan, Inter Milan.
Oh, man. New coach at Inter, too. He's back.
Even for the casual soccer fan, this is the fixture. You know, Milan's against each other.
Yep. Mancini's back at Inter. They fired Mazzarri. He's home. You know,
We were saying that last week.
He's
That Mazzarri was going.
It was inevitable.
Losing that team.
It was inevitable. He's back. I don't think Inter wins. And Inzaghi went on record and said before the
7th
firing.
against 9th.
Yeah.
When does that ever happen with these two teams? Huh?
Finally. Thank
Right?
God. This is where they
Yeah.
belong.
Yeah.
Spoken like a true Juve fan.
Juventus fan,
Yeah,
exactly.
I
This is
swear
where
to
they
you.
belong.
I hate all you Juve fans.
Well, I would hate the best too. It's kind of the way it is. You know, everyone hates the Yankees, right?
Right.
So
You've
this
become
is-
the Yankees.
Thank God.
Coming from a Mets fan.
That's right. It's about time one of my teams does it. So here's my thing.
I like the draw.
What are you saying,
What do you
man,
mean?
over there?
Such a
About the
Juventus
Mets and the
fan.
Yankees. What are you saying?
He mentioned Mets and Yankees.
Okay.
Yeah, he's whatever.
You thank God that you're not
Thank God that my
you
team
wanna be a
finally
Met
became the
fan?
Yankees, but he despises what the Yankees do. Come on.
We don't
please.
spend the money that these
No,
other
you
teams
spend
do.
astronomically more money. That's come on. You're throwing boatloads of money at people.
Who? We
What did you
Pogba
become an owl all of a sudden?
Pirlo free. Should I continue?
Stop. Just please.
Come on, free. I'll keep going.
Can we
Jovinko,
keep talking about this weekend's matchups because he's still suffering from
He's a
ego
Napoli
loss.
fan now. This is the problem with Napoli fans. They actually think they're a relevant club in the peninsula. Go on. Nice coach you got. Take a seat.
We'll see.
Sniffing up my asshole.
We'll see in a little bit. Don't worry about it, pal.
The most interesting game of the weekend, though, for me, Arsenal, Manchester United. Two teams that have fallen from grace in the Premier League. Right?
Yes, absolutely.
Well said. Arsene Wenger, you're like a couple bad losses.
What do you usually call Arsene Wenger?
You are a specialist at failure, Arsene Wenger. You are
He is a
great at
joke.
it. If anyone has to fail, it's you. And you know what, Louis Van Gaal, you're not doing too much.
No, he's not.
I got to be honest.
But you did tell me
Falcao-
something before the broadcast that I think could swipe some things around.
What? Oh, yes. Going after Matt Hummels from Borussia Dortmund. This is, let's call it like you said before in the Premier League. You get that great defender.
That's
and
all you need.
And you have attacking talent. You're one of the top teams.
And they're
100%.
going after
Jordan Shaqiri from
Shaqiri.
Bayern Munich.
Yeah.
Great winger, talented. In Arsenal, I tell you, I think Man U wins this game.
Whoa.
And Percy, Rooney, I think they.
United we fall.
Yeah.
You know what? I'm with it.
I like United.
I like United.
Absolutely.
I think Arsenal's going to dip right out of it.
Yeah, they are. Alexis Sanchez is keeping them afloat.
Could we
They
continue
are
to
in a lot
enjoy
of trouble.
Southampton? Could this never end?
Could
Could this please never end? Like, am I the only person that continues to like it? I know you love them too. I literally love watching them. Like, someone's on the bottom, it says Southampton's playing. I'm like, all right, hold on. I got to watch.
They're fantastic. I have to be completely honest.
They are. And I'm loving my Toon right now. My Toon Army's surging. It's getting interesting in the EPL. Serie A's done. We won.
Serie A's.
It's done. Respectfully, of course. You're going to finish 2 or 3. You will. And Ligue, they're not bad in France. It's getting interesting there,
They're
too.
picking it up. They're picking it up.
But the
It should be
Bundesliga's done.
It's you know what I feel just with soccer. It's when you have this international break and you don't have soccer for 2 weeks. It's like waking up and it's like waking up for Christmas, but it's not Christmas.
And there's no presents.
on the weekend. Like,
There's no presents.
Nothing.
What do I
There's
do?
nothing.
What do I do Saturday mornings?
What do I do Saturday mornings?
Nothing.
I'm lost.
The only thing
I don't even make breakfast anymore. Sometimes I shouldn't have done.
I'll be honest with you, the only thing that I got really as a knock against the major groups, there's no more parity, man. There really isn't.
They're getting parity in their league.
It's
In England, they're starting to be
more,
Finally.
but not as much as there should be.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah, you're talking bottom teams to top teams.
And I'll tell you
it's
the one
just
thing
the
that
top
kills me
teams
is-
just dominate year after year, and it's just
And it's getting to the point where there's more discussion about who's making Champions League
This is
rather
why
than who's
we
winning
like
the league.
Yeah,
like
it's-
Southampton, who
I mean, keep
they
fighting.
came up 2 years ago.
Just
and
fight.
They're second in the Premier League.
Just keep
now.
fighting.
Right.
You know, give us a team to cheer for all the way to the end. That's the
Nelly,
beauty.
Yeah.
Another interesting. Is it this weekend coming up?
What?
Survivor Series? Is
Yes. Yes, we do have
You
WWE.
know,
Wrestling fans are excited.
We're excited. Sports. We're back to talking wrestling.
Fans asked, we give.
Yes. You know, I would say the 4 legs: SummerSlam, Survivor Series, Rumble, WrestleMania. I think we have to bring it up tonight.
Absolutely.
Are we going to Rumble before we go
Yes,
on?
I already.
Listen, we say we go places that we don't go.
Rumble isn't Philly.
We go places we don't go.
It's going to be a
This is
raucous
good one
crowd.
to go to. If we got a good squad, showing some gas money, I'm in. But all right, Team Cena, Team Authority.
What's the big?
What do we like the storyline? Do we like where we're going here? I gotta give props to Triple H. I think he's selling the whole thing all by himself, saying we cannot lose. He's really selling, free shows. I think.
Well, here's a little
It's been
spoiler for
phenomenal.
you.
Funny and serious.
A little spoiler for you. They will. It's coming out on Friday night on SmackDown. If Team Cena loses, that whole team is fired.
Okay.
So, thanks for giving away the final. Team Cena wins.
Yeah. Fran, what's your point?
I just don't see
should do
Team
picks,
Cena
too.
losing whatsoever. I could see the Authority actually losing and losing power, and you see them trying to fight back to get power with Vince McMahon coming into the fold now.
I think this is where they were talking about, if you remember a while back, there was supposed to be, if they kept introducing Stephanie as a partner or co-owner of the WWE, and that was to set up a WrestleMania match of Austin versus
Triple H.
Triple H.
Okay, cool.
The power of the company.
Nice. All right, predictions real quick before we go off air. I'm going Cena, Authority. I'm going Authority wins. I'm saying shocking news. I think Triple H gets involved and pulls out a victory. I'm saying he signed the contract and he's gonna pin John Cena and win it. There's gonna be a shocking twist on this.
I think it's real simple. If
Yeah.
you want to talk about a shock twist,
I like Authority.
I think the Authority lose because Randy Orton comes back.
Nice.
And just when the Authority think that he's going to be the guy to help them win it, he gets his random RKO and wins the match.
I second that.
Yeah.
Second that same
and I
thing.
think the big match that we need to understand is, does Bray Wyatt win again? Like, I mean, in the sense that, does he win, and does Dean Ambrose have to keep losing to put other people over?
Fran, I have no winner. Disqualification like John Cena, like Ryback, John Cena, something like that's going to happen. Because a loss, these two guys cannot have a loss. That's the problem. Foz?
Last word, Foz?
Wyatt. It's all Wyatt every day. Wyatt all day.
All right. That was tonight's show. I'm very happy to tune in. I hope you guys enjoyed the heavy debates. It was a good week in sports and a bigger weekend ahead.
Sponsored by B&A Deli and Unique Affairs. Thank you, guys.
Have a great night, everyone.
Guys.
The color